Just a year ahead of 2024 Lok Sabha polls, when there are talks of forging opposition unity to take on the BJP and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, NCP boss Sharad Pawar today threw a big surprise. Now, at the launch of the second edition of his autobiography, NCP Chief Sharad Pawar made an announcement that sent shockwaves across the opposition camp. The veteran leader, having a public life of over 5 decades, announced that he is hanging his boots as the party president. However, he did say that he will not retire from public life. The 82-year-old also said that a panel of senior party leaders would draw the future course of action.
आधी खूप वाचून आहे आणि इतकी वर्ष संधी मिळाल्याच्या नंतर आणखी विमुक्ताच्या समाजाची भूमिका मी तर कधी घेणार नाही आणि त्यामुळं तुम्हाला अस्वस्थता कदाचित वाटेल पण मी राष्ट्रवादी काँग्रेस पक्षाच्या अध्यक्षपदावरून निवडणूक व्हायचा निर्णय आज घेतलेला आहे. 1999 साली राष्ट्रवादी काँग्रेसची स्थापना झाली. त्याच्यातून झालेली पार्श्वभूमिका या गोष्टी आपल्याला सगळ्यांना ठाऊक आहेत. आपल्याला अनेक सरकारी पहिल्या दिवसापासून राष्ट्रवादी काँग्रेस पक्षामध्ये सहभागी झालेले होते आणि तेव्हापासून गेली 24 वर्ष राष्ट्रवादी काँग्रेस पक्षाचा अध्यक्ष म्हणून मी काम करतो. म्हणजे सार्वजनिक जीवनामध्ये 1 मे 1960ला सुरुवात केली आणि आत्तापर्यंत 63 वर्ष हा माझा प्रवास चालू आहे. आणि मी आत्ता सांगितलं की या 63मध्ये 56 वर्ष सत्तेच्या राजकारणामध्ये माझा सहभाग झालेला होता. आता जी 3 वर्ष राहिली तर मी आता निवडणुकीला उभा राहणार नाही. 3 वर्ष जी राहिलेली आहेत या 3 वर्षामध्ये राज्याच्या आणि देशाच्या प्रश्नामध्ये अधिक लक्ष घालण्यावर माझा भर राहणार. याशिवाय मी कोणतीही दुसरी अन्य जबाबदारी घेणार नाही.
Well, it is this announcement that left senior party leaders surrounding him teary-eyed. Emotional netas made several appeals to Sharad Pawar to reconsider his decision. In fact, this is where, in the hall where the event was taking place, several NCP supporters, immediately after the announcement, several of Pawar loyalists broke down, also urged Sharad Pawar to retract his decision at the earliest.
त्यांनी त्यांच्या जे काही इथे आता सूचना त्यांनी केली आहे त्याला वापस घ्यावं, मागे घ्यावं आणि आपल्या सगळ्यांच्या भावनांचा आदर करून या पक्षाची म्हणजे जरूरत सुद्धा आहे. या देशाला, महाराष्ट्राला जरूरत आहे की शरद पवारांचं नेतृत्व आपल्याला लाभलं पाहिजे. आणि म्हणून माझी विनंती आहे की साहेबांनी थोडंफार आमच्या सगळ्यांच्या भावनांचा आदर करून थोडाफार इथे त्यांच्या जे विचार त्यांनी केला आहे, जे त्यांनी सूचना केली आहे त्यामध्ये बदल करून आपल्या सगळ्यांना थोडाफार समाधान करून द्यावा. आत्ताच हे मी तुम्हाला सगळ्या लोकांना विनंती करतो.
In fact, there were several women supporters as well who called Sharad Pawar a father-like figure and also urged him to continue to lead the party.
हम 9 भाई की 2 बेटियां हैं, आए हैं आपसे गुजारिश करने कि हमारे पिताजी की नाम गैर हाजिरी में आप हमारे पिताजी के स्वरूप है. आप प्लीज अपना डिसीजन वापस लीजिए और हमारे साथ आप जैसे खड़े हैं आप हमारे साथ वैसे खड़े रहिए. आपका ये डिसीजन शायद हमारे लिए अच्छा नहीं होगा. इस वक्त आपने हमारा बहुत साथ दिया है. हम चाहते हैं कि आज भी आप हमारे पिताजी की जगह खड़े रहे.
Well, outside the YB Chavan Centre, NCP supporters gathered in large numbers, raised slogans asking Sharad Pawar to take back his decision. In fact, Sharad Pawar's nephew Ajit Pawar and daughter Supriya Sule also held talks with them, assured them that the party will ask him to reconsider his decision.
हमारी साहब से विनंती है कि साहब ने जो निर्णय लिया है वो बराए मेहरबानी वापस ले. ये सारे महाराष्ट्र की, हमारे देश की जनता की पुकार है. साहब ने जो निर्णय लिया वो वापस ले और वापस ले, ऐसी पूरे हमारी तरफ से विनंती है।
जिस तरीके से बताया जा रहा है कि निर्णय लेंगे तो दूसरा प्रेसिडेंट आप किसको देखते हैं?
नहीं, जब तक शरद पवार साहब है तब तक दूसरा सोच गलत चीज है।
पवार साहब ने जो निर्णय लिया हम किसी को मान्य नहीं है, इसलिए हम यहाँ पे आंदोलन कर रहे हैं। राष्ट्रवादी युवक कांग्रेस के माध्यम से साहब ने इस्तीफा पीछे लेना चाहिए, पार्टी का नेतृत्व करना चाहिए। पार्टी के नेतृत्व के पवार साहब के नेतृत्व से हम चुनाव लड़ेंगे, हम लोकसभा जीतेंगे, विधानसभा जीतेंगे, देश में पार्टी सत्ता में आएगी, राज्य में आएगी।
Now remember, this comes at a very interesting time, at a time that there have been speculations over nephew Ajit Pawar's next political move, with several claiming that he may join hands with the BJP. In fact, there were posters that had also surfaced in the recent past projecting him as the next chief minister. He had, however, stated that he would stay in the NCP till the last moment and rubbish talks of him joining the BJP. But today, standing beside Sharad Pawar, Ajit Pawar asked the party workers not to get so emotional that this had to happen someday or another.
साहेब अध्यक्ष असू किंवा नसू, या सगळा आपला परिवार हा असाच पद्धतीने पुढे चालत राहणार आहे. साहेबांच्या मार्गदर्शनाखाली नवीन अध्यक्ष होणारा आपण सगळे त्या अध्यक्षाला साथ देऊ आणि शेवटी कुणी पण अध्यक्ष झालं, कुणी पण बाकीच्या वेगवेगळ्या राज्यामध्ये प्रांताध्यक्ष झालं तर साहेबांच्या जीवावरच राष्ट्रवादी काँग्रेस पक्ष चालणार आहे. आणि साहेबांच्या डोळ्यात देखत नवीन होणारा अध्यक्ष तयार झाला तर तुम्हाला का नको रे? मला काही कळत नाही तुमचं. हा प्रसंग कधी ना कधी येणार होता.
Well, coming just a year ahead of crucial 2024 parliamentary polls, Pawar's announcement has also left the Mahavikas Aghadi players in a flutter. The state Congress leaders say that Pawar's help was very much needed in the current political situation that was arising, and his decision was something they regret.
ये सभी इशू उनका एनसीपी का इंटरनल इशू है और हम उसको, हमारी पॉलिसी, हम लोग इसको देख रहे हैं, इस चीज़ को. वी आर वेटिंग एंड वाचिंग द सिचुएशन. पर व्यक्तिगत तौर पर मैं ज़रूर कहूँगा, पवार साहब एक अनुभवी व्यक्ति है, ज्येष्ठ नेता है. उनका इस समय में जब सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरत एक राजनीतिक स्थिति को संभालने में उनका फ़ायदा हो सकता है, ऐसे वक्त में उनकी रिटायरमेंट, ये निश्चित ही हमें उसका खेद है.
पवार जी ने जो आज उनके पद से, उनके अध्यक्ष पद से जिन्होंने इस्तीफा दिया है, वो किस कारणवश दिया है ये तो बताना मुश्किल है. जो मीडिया में अजीत दादा पवार के बारे में जो आता था, या उनके परिवार में कुछ हो, या उनकी तबीयत के बारे में हो, ये बात अभी बताने का कोई मतलब भी नहीं है, क्योंकि वो जो है उनसे ही अपने को, जो जब उनसे मिलेंगे और ये सब बातों से पूछेंगे, तब इस बारे में वक्तव्य करना अच्छी बात होगी. लेकिन आज उन्हें किस वजह से इस्तीफा दिया ये बताना मुश्किल है. लेकिन इसमें एमईवे को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. जो भी राष्ट्रवादी के, जो उनके पार्टी के अंतर्गत जो भी डिसाइड होगा, उसके अंतर्गत जो भी अध्यक्ष बनेंगे वो एमईवे के साथ रहेंगे, ये हमारी उम्मीद है.
Well, the Aghadi has reasons to be worried, and we say this because this announcement by Sharad Pawar comes soon after his stand on the Adani issue. The Savarkar debate brought forth differences within the MV on several key issues. Remember, it was Sharad Pawar who had called the Hindenburg report on Adani targeted, and days later he even hosted Adani at his Mumbai residence. All this when the opposition was raising the Adani issue from the Sansad to the streets, when Rahul Gandhi said he will not apologize for his Modi remarks that he was not Savarkar. Sharad Pawar even then sent out a stern message saying Savarkar's contribution cannot be ignored. So will this ultimate Pawar-Play wreck the opposition unity? As we continue to track that, and we'll be joined by political voices in just a bit, let's play out the latest response that's come in from Ajit Pawar. Soon after his resignation, remember, he made an appeal to the NCP workers not to get too emotional, but now he says that Sharad Pawar has told him that he will rethink about his decision, that it will take him 2 to 3 days to come back with a final decision. we quickly go across to Arunil. Arunil, because we do see on part of Ajit Pawar and Supriya Sule an attempt to reach out to the angry party men, to the upset party men, because they want Sharad Pawar back as the party boss. When an attempt being made to pacify them, they say that Sharad Pawar has told them that he may reconsider his decision in the next two to 3 days. He's going to think about it.
Well, very interesting visuals from the YB Chavan Center. You can see Rohit Pawar on one door of the car, on the other door is Supriya Sule. There is no Ajit Pawar over here. Is it like a kind of a show of strength from Supriya Sule to give out a message to Ajit Pawar? We are only assuming things over here because these are family members. These are people who are very much in politics. Rohit Pawar himself is an MLA of the NCP. Ajit Pawar, obviously, the second in command of the NCP. But if at all Sharad Pawar ji refuses to take back his decision, take back his resignation, then it will be a tough fight, a tug of war between Supriya Sule and Ajit Pawar. Certainly, Ajit Pawar has been addressing the media. What exactly he spoke to the supporters was that Sharad Pawar has said that in 2-3 days' time, he will take 2 to 3 days' time to think on his decision. He is not reconsidering, he will think about his decision. But until then, the supporters should withdraw their protest. It was an unexpected decision, certainly, a very surprising decision for all the party leaders. But these visuals that we were showing also, they were also interesting. The reason that is, this is Supriya Sule, one of the top contenders, going with Rohit Pawar, another family member and a close confidant of Sharad Pawar himself. Both of them going together in one car. Ajit Pawar cannot be seen. You can see the kind...
Ajit, for your information, we all don't fit in a car.
Okay, so
Three of us are going through the same direction. If you want, you can follow.
Thank you for reacting. So you heard Supriya Sule reacting to what we were basically reporting on. She said that Ajit Pawar couldn't fit in our car, and that is why he decided to go in another car. Well, this was an exclusive reaction that Supriya Sule gave to us when we were basically reporting about how Supriya Sule and Rohit Pawar were going together, and she basically smilingly said that Ajit Pawar couldn't fit in our car, but there was a seat that was vacant on the front seat. We could notice that, but she basically took the effort to respond to Times Now's reportage as well. Now, what exactly happens in the...
Arunil, but you know, people like herself and Ajit Pawar perhaps have been pushed to that corner to perhaps take things under control, given the kind of state of affairs that's being witnessed within the NCP, across the NCP today. But thank you for getting us that voice and for joining us with the latest. Let me quickly open this up. We have Mr. R. Rajagopalan, senior journalist, with us, along with political analyst Kapil Madan. Kapil, before we take it to who is going to take over the NCP, very interesting that, you know, we have the likes of Ajit Pawar and Supriya Sule reach out to the party men, say that, look, give Sharad Pawar the next 2 to 3 days. In the meanwhile, please lower down your protests. The protesters, the NCP workers, very angry, very upset. They want Sharad Pawar back as the NCP chief at any cost. You're on mute. Kapil, if you could just unmute yourself, please.
Am I audible now?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, so, you know, for any, you know, political figure, for any, you know, politician, you know, there would be a time when a politician, you know, would hang his boot and he will retire from the public life. So you know, this is, you know, this option is available to every politician, and, you know, he needs to exercise the moment he feels that the time is right. Now, insofar as Mr. Sharad Pawar's resignation is concerned, what I am hearing from the report is that he has made an announcement wherein he says that though he is quitting as a chief of the NCP, however, he is not quitting from the public life. So what I understand is that he might not be in a condition for health, maybe for other reason, to continue as a chief of the party, and he would continue to play some role in the public life. This is my understanding of the situation, and be that as it may, I mean, you know, to read too much into it that he might join BJP or it might cause dent to
the speculation has been of his nephew Ajit Pawar and the possibility of him joining the BJP. But you're saying you would not want to read into this as a continuation of, the kind of rumors that were doing the rounds. You're saying that, this can be seen as an isolated episode, that it's got nothing to do with what was happening a couple of days ago.
So I will make 2 points, 2 quick points here. One is that, it is not decided that who will succeed Mr. Pawar, Mr. Sharad Pawar, whether Mr. Ajit Pawar will succeed or someone else would succeed Mr. Pawar. It is unclear. And to read too much into it that Mr. Ajit Pawar wants to join hands with, the BJP. First thing, I think we are jumping the gun. First thing, there should be clarity on who will be the face of the NCP after Mr. Pawar. Until and unless you have clarity on this point, I think whatever.
Well, one aspect is, of course, who will be the next big face of NCP. Another aspect, and Mr. Rajagopalan can perhaps come in on this, is the opposition unity. And I'd want to take that across to Kapil as well, because Sharad Pawar shares a great equation with several in the opposition. He's been called more often than not the master poll strategist in Maharashtra politics as well. He's played a very, very interesting role. Mr. Rajagopalan, could this have any bearing on opposition unity? Because forget what's happening within the NCP. Currently the likes of several in the Congress and the likes of Sanjay Raut, for example, Rashid Alvi, several in the Congress, and the Uddhav Sena are quite taken aback. They don't quite know where this is headed.
I split this into 2 aspects, one short term and the second long term. Short term, Mr. Ajit Pawar will have some sort of say, and there will be a compromise. 2 working presidents or some formula they will arrive at, and the crisis will be blown over in another 1 or 2 days. But the longer run, my understanding is it is going to have a cascading effect on the regional parties. Almost all the regional parties who opposed to JPC on Hindenburg report on Gautam Adani. Since Sharad Pawar has taken a stand to support Mr. Adani, that means supporting Narendra Modi. So that is why Congress distanced from Sharad Pawar. Now some 3 regional parties, Srin, they have gone with Sharad Pawar, and the 3 regional parties will have a say in the coming Lok Sabha session. Apart from that, is a one-man party, Sharad Pawar. My understanding is after Karnataka election, things will pan out because Mr. Amit Shah will come into play. The NCP, which is facing an internal crisis, an existential crisis, will also, this type of fever will catch over.
So one is Mr. Rajagopalan, of course, the NCP crisis. Another is the kind of comments that have been made by Sharad Pawar in the recent past, the kind of behavior Ajit Pawar has resorted to, which has led to a lot of speculation. And of course, the future, where does the opposition unity then lie, and what kind of a role could Sharad Pawar then play? Very interesting what's playing out. Thank you both of you for joining us. We need to head into a very short